if somebody gave you 6 months to prepare for the future of AI, what would you learn first? Would you learn ChatGPT, Claude, agents, or coding? See, the problem is that every few weeks there's a new model, a new tool, or a new trend that's supposedly changing everything. And honestly, if you're trying to keep up with AI by chasing tools, you're probably going to feel overwhelmed. Because tools change, skills compound. The people who are getting the most value from AI right now aren't necessarily using the newest tools. They're building skills that work regardless of which model is popular next month. So in this video, I want to walk you through what I believe are the 9 essential AI skills for 2026. We'll go from beginner to intermediate to advanced. And more importantly, I'll show you how each level builds on the previous one so you know exactly where you are and what you should focus on next. So let's start with the beginner level. At the beginner level, the goal isn't automation. It's not building agents. It's not coding. The goal is learning how to work effectively with AI. These first 3 skills form the foundation for everything else. The first essential AI skill is prompt engineering. Now, I know prompt has been talked about for years, but prompting today is very different from what it was a few years ago. Back then, people were obsessed with prompt tricks and secret formulas. Today, the real skill is much simpler. Can you communicate clearly? Can you explain what you want? Can you provide enough context? Can you define what success looks like? Because most bad AI outputs aren't caused by bad AI. They're caused by vague instructions. Prompt engineering is really the skill of turning vague thoughts into clear requests. And once you develop that skill, every AI tool becomes more useful. The second skill is AI research. And I think this is one of the most underrated skills in the AI era. Most people use AI to get answers. The best users use AI to investigate. They compare resources, analyze reports, explore different viewpoints, summarize complex information, challenge assumptions. In a world where information is everywhere, your advantage isn't access to information. Your advantage is understanding information faster than everyone else. That's what AI research helps you do. The third skill is tool mastery. And this is where I think a lot of people make a mistake. They spend all their time chasing new tools. Every week there's a new AI app, a new AI startup, or a new AI platform. And suddenly people feel like they're falling behind. But here's what I've noticed. The people getting the best results from AI usually aren't using 20 different tools. They're using a handful of tools extremely well. They know their strengths, they know their limitations, and they've built workflows around them. So instead of chasing everything, focus on mastering a small set of tools first. Depth beats novelty almost every time. Now, if you've developed these 3 skills, you've already built a strong foundation. You know how to communicate with AI, you know how to research with AI, and you know how to get value from the tools you're using. And honestly, that's where most people stop. They use AI occasionally, they open ChatGPT when they need, they get an answer, and then they move on. But the next level requires a different mindset. Instead of asking, how can AI help me complete this task? You should start asking, how can AI become part of the way I work? And that's where we move from beginner to intermediate. At this stage, AI stops being something you occasionally use. It becomes part of your daily workflow. This is where the biggest productivity gains start showing up. So now coming to the fourth skill, we have context engineering. And if prompt engineering is about asking better questions, context engineering is about creating better environments for AI. The skill is becoming increasingly important because the best AI users aren't necessarily writing better prompts. They're providing better context. They're giving examples, sharing documents, adding constraints, defining goals, providing background information. The quality of the context often matters more than the quality of the prompt itself. And once you understand that, your results improve dramatically. Moving to our fifth skill is workflow design. This is the ability to identify repetitive work and redesign it using AI. Think about your week. How many times do you summarize information, or write emails, or research topics, or create reports, or plan projects? Most people use AI for individual tasks. But the real value comes when you build repeatable systems. When you stop thinking task by task and start thinking process by process. That's where AI starts creating real leverage. Now the next skill is knowledge management. Because information is only useful if you can find it again later. Every day we're consuming articles, videos, reports, meeting notes, ideas, and conversations. The challenge isn't getting information anymore. The challenge is organizing it. People who build strong knowledge systems learn faster, make better decisions, and compound their learning over time. AI makes this easier than ever, but you still need the skill of designing a system that works for you. Moving to the seventh skill, we have AI agent collaboration. And this is where things start getting really interesting. Most people still think of AI as a chatbot. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. But agents work differently. You give them goals, you delegate tasks, you review outputs, you guide the process. And in many ways, working with agents feels like using software and more like managing a junior team member. And learning how to collaborate effectively with agents is becoming a valuable skill in its own right. Now, up until now, this point, you've mostly been using systems that other people built. You've learned how to communicate with AI, research with AI, design workflows, manage knowledge, and collaborate with agents. But eventually, something interesting happens. You start running into limitations. Maybe a tool doesn't do exactly what you need. Maybe a workflow needs customization. Maybe you want more control. And that's when people begin moving into the advanced level. Because now you're no longer focused on using AI systems. You are focused on building them. These are the highest leverage skills on this roadmap. They're the skills creating opportunities in startups, freelancing, consulting, and modern careers. Moving to our eighth skill, we have agent building. Now, once you understand how agents work, the next step is learning how to create them. This means designing systems that can perform tasks, access information, interact with tools, and automate processes. Businesses everywhere are trying to figure out how to implement AI agents effectively, which means people who understand how to build these systems are becoming increasingly valuable. This is one of the fastest growing skills areas in AI right now. And finally, the ninth skill, AI coding. If agent building is powerful, AI coding is the force multiplier behind it. Because once you can code with AI, you're no longer limited by existing tools. You can build your own, you can create custom automations, internal systems, applications, products, entire business. Now, I don't think everyone needs to become a software engineer. You can get incredibly far with the first 7 or 8 skills alone. But if you're serious about building in the AI era, AI coding is one of the highest leverage skills you can learn. It's the skill that transforms you from a user into a creator. So that's the roadmap. 9 skills, 3 levels. Learn how to communicate with AI, work with AI, and eventually build with AI. Tools will change, skills won't. That's it for today. If you found this video helpful, do like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.